Okay. Ready?
Are we unmuted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to Books We Never Read.
Except for those we have.
I'm Jason.
I'm Nicole.
And today we are doing our second reading for Mexican
Discussion.
Gothic.
Mm-hmm.
Second discussion for Mexican Gothic by...
Silvia Moreno-Garcia.
I want to call her Noemi.
Because that's the main character.
That's the main character's name, yeah.
Noemi.
Noemi.
Patience is hard. Is that what this says?
I don't know. Yes.
Y'all let us know if our sound is acceptable. We're just trying a different mic situation today. Welcome everybody. If you have not read up to chapter...
I think it's like to 20? 19? Yeah.
Through chapter 19 of Mexican Gothic, you need to stop this little video and go read, and then you can come back. If you are catching us live, chat us up in the comment box, and if you are catching us on a replay, chat us up in the little discussion box. We love reliving the books with you. It's a lot of fun, and this one will be fun forever. This has just been a really very fun book.
Mm-hmm.
We have tons of other books playlisted for you in the playlist section of our channel. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out, check that out. There's so many. We're on Instagram for the memes, but that's really about it. People send us memes and we don't do anything else. And we're a receptacle of the memes. And we're on Fable, which we are pretty active on. Up until 2 minutes ago, I was like desperately updating my notes on Fable because I didn't do that this week. So check us out there. Everything's some form of books we never read. There are other things that pop up sometimes when you type in books we never read. They're imposters. No, they might have existed first, but we're better. Anyway, we're really excited to have you here. And like I said, this has been a really fun book. Through 18, thank you.
It is through 18. I double checked. I just wasn't going to correct her while she was on a roll.
1 through 18.
Yeah.
If you haven't read through 18. Well, yeah, please do correct me at all times.
You were doing your thing.
That's fine. Anyway, here we are. My stream has frozen, so hopefully no one else's has.
I think we're good. Here, just back out, come back in. See, it's all good.
It's in slow-mo. Yikes.
These things just happen.
Blinking all.
Yep. So today's our second reading. We have one more reading. We're going to finish the book probably today and then discuss it next Sunday. But today we're also going to announce our next book later. We're not doing that now. Later.
Because somebody doesn't know what the next book is.
That's not true. I know. I totally know. I totally know. Anyway. You still having fun?
Oh my gosh.
It's
I just
book.
love it.
Yes.
Okay, so where we left off, I was reviewing my notes, but I haven't finished my notes. What's the last thing you remember from chapter 18?
Last thing I remember is the cocoon baby. No. There's one more scene after that. It's another like weird Virgil scene.
And she decided to...
I don't know. Is it another bath? Is that the bathtub scene? No, there's
no.
I
didn't.
Earlier.
Okay, I didn't read too far. I did not read to 19. As far as I remember, her last decision was to leave. She has decided to leave the house. She has told Virgil she wants to leave, and he says, "Well, we can't do that today because it's raining, but maybe in a couple of days,
right?
Or 2 days, or 1 day."
Yeah.
So, yeah, she stated to leave. So. One of the things that I really noticed is that, like, Noemi is just trapped in a cycle already.
Mm-hmm.
She has a bad dream or a vision. I don't know. She wakes up to Virgil. He takes her back to her room. She goes to sleep. She has a dream. She wakes up.
Mm-hmm.
It's Virgil. Or... before she goes back into that cycle, she seeks out Francis. She has a discussion with Florence. She might see Catalina.
Yeah.
She goes back to sleep. She has her sleep. Like, everything's a cycle. She visits the cemetery. She sees Francis.
Mm-hmm.
And I realize it's a very limited setting. There's not a whole lot of activities for her to engage in and not a lot of variety for her day. But every single thing that we're reading is now just a repeat of everything she's already done.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's very difficult to tell how long has she been here now?
Right. So I have thoughts about this, and I didn't know I had thoughts about this until you started talking. And what if these dreams she's having, right? Like so like you said, they could be dreams, they could be
Visions from
visions. But yeah, like what
the
if they are
hive mind.
yeah, what if they are someone else's memories, right? And so like Virgil's not being weird to her, he's being weird to like somebody else. I don't know. It could be Catalina for all I know. It could be Ruth, it could be anybody. But and maybe that kind of explains like sort of this cyclical nature on some level, like I don't know. Because I mean, like, and so chat. To be clear, I am. If you have not seen my comments on Fable, I am majorly bought into the spore hive mind concept.
Oh, I mean, well, I think it's just obvious at this point.
I'm gonna be really disappointed if it's not real. Like if it's just like, oh my god, mold poisoning. I'm gonna be like, you missed such a great opportunity here. I don't know.
But I mean, isn't that what mold poisoning is? It is the mold within you.
I guess, yeah.
You know, and so, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this book's going to wrap up, but I feel like we understand the problem, and all we're waiting for is like, how does she get out of this, or does she get out of this?
Yeah.
Does she get Catalina out of this? What did Catalina take? Did Catalina try to unalive herself?
Maybe.
I
still think it's like an antifungal or something.
Right. Well, yeah, and that she's seizing because it's like stripping it out of her, and it's like ripping apart part of her brain.
Yeah. Peggy says the mold was within us all along, right? It makes me think of like what if the weights we carry was our emotions all along, or whatever. Have you ever seen those memes before? No, something like it's like a weightlifting meme, but yeah. What if the spiritual mold within us and within Virgil and all these other gross people or whatever, right?
I have a feeling that Noemi is going to come down with tuberculosis or whatever, and she's not going to be able to leave.
Yeah.
And then she's just trapped there, like Catalina and like Florence.
Yeah. What's her friend's name? The young man that lives there?
Francis,
yeah. I still think he's going to help. Like I think he's in this situation or whatever, but he doesn't want it, and he understands it's like unnatural on some level.
He has told her very clearly, at least 3 times, you need to take your bag and leave. Like, there's nothing else you can do to help Catalina.
Yeah.
That's over.
Yeah.
He can't leave. And she's about to not be able to, I think, is the situation.
Well, and like, so then I wonder, like, why can't you leave? And if it's like a hive mind thing, maybe like you just don't want to, or what? Like,
so I have an idea.
Okay.
I think that Howard's injury is related to Ruth.
Okay.
Maybe Ruth shot him and it didn't kill him, but I think the injury is the fact that Ruth unalived herself. I think that she has become a damaged part of the fungal network.
Interesting.
And so there is a permanent injury there where she has been removed from the situation.
Okay.
And I think once, I think we're all convinced that Noemi's infected now. She's seeing the things, she's hearing the things, things are happening. I think if she leaves, it's going to permanently damage part of that fungal network. If we are reading too far into this, I'm going to be so mad.
Yeah, me too. So look, Peggy says whenever they started talking about being poisoned, like the Hatters, that Francis spoke Spanish to her, and that's true. And he says like maybe the mole can't speak Spanish. I think the fact is that all the English folks in the house can't speak Spanish,
right?
And so at the very least, he's hiding it from them. But yeah, that part was interesting.
But it's clear that they can, if someone is speaking in the house, everyone can hear it.
And I don't think that has anything to do with the house, right? Like we talked about that a little bit last week.
I think it has to do with, we thought it was maybe the
Well, there was some, when she burns herself, this is one of my notes in Fable, we'll run into it later when we get to notes time, but when she burns herself, everybody comes running and says you screamed, but like she did not.
Right.
That's the mycelial network.
He said it hurts us when you smoke in the house.
Yes.
So again, and Francis said, she should have burned this place to the ground. Fire is the only way. This place is going down in flames by the end of this book, and Noemi's going to be the one to do it. It might kill her in the process, but I think she's going to be the one to do it. Also, she burned herself. And after Virgil... After Virgil touched her, that burn wound was gone. After Virgil touched her previously, her rash was gone.
Yeah. Interesting. I still think that I don't know. I think the rash just went away because like the evil eye, I think the evil eye bracelet created the rash because something allergies. I don't know, right? Like fungal allergies.
Or like a spiritual allergy.
Something.
She is the evil.
But once she didn't have the bracelet on anymore, then it just naturally healed up.
But I really thought that she was itching her wrist before she got the bracelet.
Maybe. I don't know.
Like she was going into town and she was like, wow, my wrist itches.
Yeah.
Yeah. They think that the mold is a purifying
right.
thing.
Well, this brings us back to the dream sequence about the spore baby or whatever, right? And so Howard, who we very clearly know that it's Howard if we weren't sure before because he has the same ring, right? His first wife gives birth to the cocoon thing or whatever, right? And what does Howard say about that? He says something bizarre like we have defeated death or something like that, right? But it's just like this cocoon thing. And I think we are led to assume that the young girl who helps Mother...
Who helps kill Mother? Who smothers Mother?
Yeah, is his second wife. What is her name? Alice?
Alice. Yeah. It was Agnes was Mother, and Alice is the...
I think that's what we're led to believe, but I'm not really sure. So I don't know. But so my next thought is that whatever we keep seeing like out in the...
in the cemetery?
In the cemetery is Cocoon Baby. And maybe it is some form of Agnes, like reborn or something. But it's like the first of the spore people. The fully spored people or something.
Yeah. And I think to an extent something is trying to protect Noemi. Or she is trying to protect herself. Like when she falls into these sleeps that open your eyes. Yeah. Whether it's her subconscious trying to wake up, like take control of yourself.
I still buy into the idea that could be Ruth or it could be like the souls of the dead Mexican workers, right?
Oof, yeah.
Because like we still have not come full circle on that. What's going on there? Why do all of them keep catching TB and dying, you know?
Or catching...
Yeah. So we've spent a lot of time on like the family, but there are these instances of people being ill around them, and we haven't really figured that part out yet.
The puns in this chat are just primo. Y'all are doing great. I love it. I love it. Yeah, Ruth wrote the note. Peggy thinks that Noemi is being haunted by Ruth.
I think it's definitely possible.
It's just so good.
Yeah, it is good.
And maybe it really is only good because we are slowing it down and picking it apart and just having so much fun with it. We will see, and I think we'll see pretty quickly how this all wraps up. And
I've already been recommending this book to people, and I haven't even finished it. And I'm just like, it has some crazy things in it. It might not. It might be mold poisoning.
Which is still crazy enough.
It's not as crazy as I want it to be. Y'all know me. I want it to be wild.
Because the family has turned it into a thing. They could just bleach it out and be done with it and live normal lives. Right. But they're like, no, this is the way.
Right.
To live in mold poisoning is...
Right. Well, somehow it is the Ouroboros, right? Or like, what if when you die and you become part of this like network, then you can come out as a cocoon baby and basically like you are reborn? Or like what if the consciousness within the network can come back out as something else? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh my God. Lots of ideas to explore. I was thinking earlier, like, it could be spiritual energy. Right?
Ah, very good. And I hope Medicine Lady is really just out for an exploration for...
She's dead. Inspiration. Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna find the medicine woman in like the basement or something, being mushroom food.
Ugh.
Here, I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling up my notes.
Yeah, the bathtub scene, I mean, that just taps into like an innate fear that people have, that like you close your eyes, you open your eyes, and there's something there, you know? It's in all the movies. It's in the steam in the mirror. You know, you wipe the mirror and look, there's something in the reflection. That was good. And I was reading that at night. I was listening to it while Jason was watching Nosferatu behind me, like in the living room. So the soundtrack to that scary movie was happening while I was listening to this scary book. And something moved outside the window and I lost it and I had to go secure the home. Yeah. I was quite scared.
I don't know if you guys are into scary stuff, and it's not really that scary, but if you want to watch like a weird, interesting movie, Nosferatu is on Amazon, and it's fire.
Who's Arthur? I'm sorry.
He's the doctor.
Oh, wait, why would we think that? I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, Dr. Cummings or whatever his name is.
Yeah, so he seems to be doing some kind of like experimentation or something on this family, you know?
Yeah.
On some level. And so I wonder if there isn't something there, right? Like he's taking out the healer because she's messing with his experiment or something, yeah.
Well, and it seems like maybe like her taking that potion started over the process or whatever, because she was all super normal.
Yeah.
The next couple of days.
Yeah, maybe. Interesting. But like, so this bath thing happens, and then like her showing up in his bedroom happens, and all that, and like she doesn't like those aren't the things that make her choose to leave. Also, his bedroom screams mushrooms, right? Like it's dark and damp, and there's like it seemed vegetable. That's all I got to say about that. It seemed very vegetable. But anyway, like, you know, she just like in weird ways decides like, oh, these are dreams or whatever, instead of being like, hey, maybe people are doing creepy stuff to me in my sleep. Like, I don't know, man. If you have like one dream in a new place, I get it. If you have two, it's time to leave.
Well, and her rationale there, because she sent a letter to her dad, was, and she didn't say anything about it. Once she says it out loud, she's like, so what? You're having bad dreams? Like, to her, that's not a good enough reason to go home in failure. With having no answers as to what's going on with Catalina.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel bad about that. Like, in my mind, I'm like, it's time to give up on Catalina. Like, she's not leaving.
Right.
I don't know. Just take her. Steal that car. Hoist Catalina over your shoulders. Get out of there.
So just looking at the comments, Nicole points out in chapter 11, there's this description of Howard as not truly a man, but he's a bloated vision of a man, drowned and floated to the surface, pale body lined with blue veins, tumors flowering on his legs, his hands, his belly. A pustule of a man, a living, breathing pustule, which is like not quite spory. But like, I think that sometimes what we're seeing is like a misunderstanding. This is similar to like the web idea, right? Because like we got this web thing early on in some of the dreams, or maybe in the letter, something about like spider webs. And I still think that that's like a mushroom thing, just being misunderstood. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, and if she goes home in failure, she doesn't get to go to school.
It's true. Let's see.
And why is Florence saying the doctor won't come up in the rain when Virgil was like, yeah, he's got four-wheel drive, that's fine. Didn't he say that? I could have sworn he said he comes up in the rain.
I do think he said that. I don't know. I mean, they're just all liars.
Yeah.
I agree, Peggy. Like the writing is very graphic, but like in a cool way. I feel like I don't know. It's rather poetic, I suppose. Let's see.
It disturbs us. That's what he said. Please don't smoke again. It disturbs us. Burn that house to the ground. Oop, too far.
Opened the same chapter twice.
Good stuff.
Let's see. Okay, so here's another reference to like this collective unconsciousness idea, right? So we have this idea of Noemi burning herself and everybody hears her. When Howard hurts, it hurts us, right? Or he keeps this all up. That was the comment, right? So it kind of like a similar idea. And then at some point, Virgil tells Noemi, there are many things you cannot understand, but let's make it clear that Catalina's well-being is of utmost importance to us. You've harmed her, and in harming her, you've harmed me.
Yeah.
There's something going on here.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all talking? Let me go to y'all. Let me go to the chat. You keep scrolling.
They're not talking.
Okay. Peggy says too much imagery sometimes. Yeah, I got really scared when the mold started moving in her room. And so, like, was that hallucination? Was that real? We just can't even tell.
Yeah, that's about all the notes I had, honestly. Yeah. So there's a couple mysteries, right? I mean, like there's the big mystery. Is this a spore colony, right? That's mystery number one. That's going to be solved no matter what. Number two, what's out in the and I'm really not that interested in like whether or not we find out if it's a spore colony or not. I'd be okay with this book ending without telling me for sure because I believe it so much.
Right. Like we figured it out. Just tell us how Noemi gets out of there.
But so like what is the thing in the cemetery? What's happening to the Mexican workers? That's what I really want to know.
Yeah. Between the snake and the mushroom and the icky bathroom scene and how icky Virgil is, the connection to men is ... Can't say more as a moderator. Yeah.
Well, especially men of privilege, despite the fact that like he is convinced he has it, right? Like even though and like certainly in town he does, but like they're basically paupers, right?
Anymore. Yeah. They are impoverished. They cannot afford electricity.
Yeah.
They can't afford to keep their house up. They have nothing except for this, old silver dining ware, flatware or whatever, silverware. They could sell that off.
There's just this whole theme of rot, right? Spiritual rot, financial rot, physical rot. I mean, like...
And the fact that they think they themselves, the people, are the value. They are precious enough.
Yeah.
And everyone else should see their worth. So I started noticing a lot of like similar motifs to what we find in Chicana literature, which is not really what this genre is, but just this theme of like women being trapped in their roles, their inability to escape or really assert themselves, to better themselves, to educate themselves. We see a lot of that in this book. I started noticing that.
Well, I think it's like it's a cultural issue.
Yes,
I get that, but it's not like a Mexican cultural issue. It's a cultural issue, mostly with like Western culture, right? And probably other cultures as well. But like that's what we're talking about here. So
and like the continuing the cycle, like Florence did leave.
Yeah.
But then she came back, and now she is continuing. She's just playing into it.
Yeah.
She's trapping Francis there.
Well, and on what level is a mushroom spore infection really just a metaphor? And like, you can't leave because of that. At what point is that just a metaphor for the way your society works and the way your family works? And
yeah,
all this horrible stuff with the bathroom, the bathtub, and Virgil's room, and all that could have absolutely happened in any other story without spores. You know what I mean? Like, most everything in this book can happen without a spore colony.
No, this is just a scary way to, tell the story.
Yeah, I think it's possible, Peggy, that she doesn't get out,
And I don't know that Francis is not infected, but it is interesting that he's the sickliest person there physically, like besides Catalina. He looks very pale. He looks very frail. He's not very healthy and attractive looking. And I think it's also, like, that just reminded me, interesting that, she is kind of attracted to him as a person. And even she points out, like, he's not as handsome as, like, Virgil is, but she still, like, is very attracted to him. But Florence and Virgil kind of make fun of her for spending so much time with Francis. And, like, oh, well, you've been in his room, haven't you?
I think that's part of what's attractive about him to her, is that the people she dislikes disapprove.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think Francis is infected. But, like, I just don't think he's, like, bought into this idea, or, like, he doesn't have this same sort of, like, eugenics concept about it, and he thinks maybe they're an abomination or something.
He's infected, and it's a burden, not a blessing to him.
And you're right, his fascination with plants could be trying to find a cure, or like a weapon against it or something.
Yeah. Just some Clorox. Bleach killed mold. Just so you know. When was Clorox bleach invented? Like, when did they start using it as a cleaner?
I'd guess like the 40s or the 50s. Like, I don't know. That's just my guess.
She's going to go into town and be like, y'all, I found this new cleaner. Let's clean this joint up.
Talking about their last name, like, I wonder if Doyle means anything. Like, or what does Doyle mean?
Name meanings.
I feel like it's Irish.
Sir Arthur Conan. Irish language. It is derived from the Gaelic name Dubgelil. Translates to dark foreigner. How interesting.
Indeed.
The term dark in this context refers to hair color or complexion associated with the native Irish.
But what if it's also a spore person?
Dark stranger can also be what it means.
Shelby's saying that she hopes Noemi saves herself and doesn't get rescued by a male character. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Noemi is perfectly capable, and I think our author wants us to know that Noemi is perfectly capable of doing this herself. If anything, she might save Francis, but I have a feeling she's going to, like, burn this house down and everybody in it, including herself. And that's just like, and that'll be like the tragedy of it, because I think this is supposed to be a tragedy.
Yeah. But that would save her and Francis, the two people that want out.
Yeah, but then they can live together in the spore mine forever or something.
Oh, I hope it just destroys the whole spore network. Yeah. If any of it remains, it'll all come back. My feet have fallen asleep. Yeah. Rather be spore than poor. Stop. Yeah, they're killing me. So many puns.
Why doesn't anybody in this book play sports?
Zinc oxide. There we go. Yeah, there has been a lot of mention of fairy tales, and I've wondered if anything was going to come of that, or if that was just a way for Catalina to get the journal entry to Noemi. Yeah. Like, they mentioned how much Catalina had read the story, so it was natural for Catalina to want Noemi to read her a story or a poem, and I don't know. Yeah, trap that crap in the mine.
You know, more than Francis, like, I don't really care about Noemi's love interest with Francis. I kind of like her and the doctor together. Like, if I had to pick, like, a couple to come up out of this, if I'm shipping people, and you know, like, what if the doctor has to, like, make some choice? You know, like, he can't just. We're gonna have to see more of him. We can't just, like, never see him again, and the story ends.
He's kind of a nut and button.
I don't know.
Every time she sees him, he's like, "Sorry, can't help."
Yeah.
And even she has acknowledged, like, he can't help. He's no use. Yes. Open up the windows, rip them curtain, throw anything porous and fabric away that's in that place. Just clean it up. Strangle them. Oh, just light it on fire. I can't wait. I cannot wait to finish this book. This is good.
Mm. We were talking about, like, what should we read next, and Nicole said, well, like, what if we read the second book of The Expanse, just so it's like a palate cleanser from the Spore story? And then I reminded her that, like, pretty much the first book of The Expanse is a Spore story.
I'd forgotten about that.
So there's
New
that.
genre, Sporer.
Sporer. That's good. That's good.
I never have a good pun on purpose.
Oh, man.
I'm so proud of myself right
Chat,
now.
how did y'all not think of that? I'm so disappointed in y'all. Sporer. Oh my God, I love it.
Tee.
Man, that was excellent.
Yikes. Wonder how loud that was in the mic.
It's fine. We have the noise cancellation on. It's fine. Queen. Yes. You know, it's a shame. It's like I can't make a short about this without giving away the book. You know what I mean? Like,
well, but maybe one day we could do like a. Here's our Sporer.
Yeah.
You know, we have Momtrom. That's one of our genres. We have Sporer.
We should do a whole video just about, like, genres we've created.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we could just do like quick flashes of books.
Yes.
So funny. Someone had remembered something from. What was the last book we read? Station 11.
Yeah.
Someone made a Station 11 reference that was really good. And I don't remember now what it was. Hang on. Let me go back.
Yeah, Trust of the Emerald Sea. That had a Spore theme.
It sure did.
It sure did.
This is cute. Well, crap. I don't know.
I've been reading this book over the last couple weeks by this Korean philosopher, and one of his ideas is that, like, the language of a time reflects, like, its deepest fears, and so a lot of the language of the 20th century, so the time that this book was written, a lot of it is like virus and antibody talk, right? Like, and it has to do with, like, the Cold War and, like, other things, but, like, this idea of, like, a contagion and a vaccine against it and things like that, and how that sort of, like, language has changed and it's becoming and morphing and becoming something else. But I think it was very interesting. Yeah.
Doug.
Yeah, remember I made that picture that said Doug Life, and it was all the pirates that looked exactly alike. They look like Johnny Depp's. It's on the word posts of YouTube, or the thing nobody ever looks at.
Community.
Yeah, community
or something. Oh yeah, Shelby did point out that they mentioned that the soil was brought from Europe.
Mm-hmm. So, like, somebody just, like, says that, you know.
The medicine lady.
Yeah, and it's the soil for the cemetery, maybe.
Was she being metaphorical, or was she being?
So this could be. I mean, like, I don't see why this couldn't be like the Doyles have always been spore people, and we brought it from the old world to the new, right? Sort of like a Nosferatu, like very, very vampire sort of concept, right? You bring the casket with you, or whatever. You know, a return to Earth. Yeah.
What's the girl in the cover holding?
Hang on, it'll pop up on here in a second.
Well, but it won't stay long enough, and
Flowers, yellow flowers.
Okay, well, she's mentioned those.
Now, the yellow flowers were the ones that like weren't strong enough, right? They were in the greenhouse, and the yellow flowers were like haphazard and not pristine. And
Oh,
then behind them,
interesting.
if I'm not mistaken, and then behind them were like the perfect pink flowers.
Mm-hmm. The roses.
The roses, yeah.
And in the portraits of the wives, Agnes held a bouquet and Alice had a single flower. She's got a bouquet here.
She's going to be spore wife number 3.
And she's clearly Noemi because she's darker. Yeah.
Yeah.
And her off-the-shoulder dress.
What if she ends up having a cocoon baby?
Oof.
Does she have like some sort of belly pain or something weird? Have we?
Well, she hasn't eaten in weeks.
Yeah.
Have y'all noticed that?
Yeah.
Like, how is she even?
Wine, booze in it.
Smoking on just an eternally empty stomach? Grrr. Well, that's all I got.
That's about it. I don't have much else to say. I just want to go read. We have not read a book in a while. I've enjoyed every book we've read recently, but there is not a book where I'm like, I'm gonna go read right now.
Right. We usually wait until like Saturday and cram the whole book in on a Saturday. But this one we've been reading at the beginning of the week pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's lighting it, but it's not.
Yeah. It's also possible that it's because she's like running out of the good cigarettes because she keeps giving them to St. Anthony or whatever.
Yeah, medicine woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now she's got the little off brands. Yeah. Well, and is it when she lit the cigarette, is that what got the mold to move in? So maybe that wasn't a hallucination. Maybe that was real.
See, so for stuff like that, where like we see things in the walls or the mold is moving, I'm not convinced that it's like really physically happening. I feel like it's a perception.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a mental connection. The mold is uncomfortable or something.
It's so spooky. Like, this book is so spooky to me. I really, really, it's a spooky that I can enjoy.
Sue's got
spore
jokes.
Supposedly. Good job, CJ. Gold stars all around. I'm glad everyone's enjoying this one. I'm glad I didn't ruin things for everybody with my selection.
What if her dream is sporadic? That's it. That's all I got. All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up then. We've hit 40 minutes. We've gone long enough.
That's pretty good for...
It's quite good for a middle chapter.
Yeah, usually we're like, okay.
Middles are hard.
What's next?
And look, I'll be honest. Like, number one, I read all of this last Sunday. So I haven't like remember it. Thank God for Fable, right?
Yeah.
Because that
we've been tracking our notes.
But I feel like so much happened, but without any reveals, and so it's kind of hard to like talk about,
Yeah.
So.
A lot of dreams, and it's hard to know if those are reveals or not. Oh, Ruth, you should have burned it to the ground. She should have.
All right. We ready?
I'm ready. Go read.
Thanks, everybody, for being here. We will see y'all next week for our final reading, and I will announce our next book soon. It won't be this good, unfortunately.
Well, who knows? We'll see how it ends.